Hello. Welcome to another video. I have always been obsessed with horror media, whether it be movies, TV shows, books, stories, creepypasta, ARGs. You name it, I was obsessed with it. I'm not sure when my obsession began, but I remember staying up all night reading Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark by Alvin Schwartz. These books followed me throughout my childhood, leaving behind a hole I would never truly be able to fill. The illustrations found in these books, originally drawn by Stephen Gammell, still haunt me to this day. His drawings feel warped, like there's something not meant to be seen. When paired with the horrifying writing of Alvin Schwartz, Stephen Gammell's illustrations truly come to life. If you like horror at all, and you haven't read these books, I 100% recommend you do. Anyways, tangent aside, all of this is to say I really like horror. I find it comforting, but at the same time nostalgic? I don't know. It's a huge part of my life, and I probably wouldn't be here today if it wasn't. You see, as a horror junkie, I'm always chasing my next high. Usually I can hold myself over with a little bit of creepypasta, but eventually that well runs dry. So today I figured we would explore my favorite mediums of horror together, and figure out why I like them so much, and figure out why you should too. Anyways, enjoy the video. Alien Isolation is one of my personal favorite horror video games. It balances its world building and terrifying atmosphere perfectly. If you've ever seen the original Alien movies, you know half of the screen time is spent immersing you in the environment. I can say that this video game adaptation picked up on that. It really takes its time immersing you in the world you find yourself in. One of the biggest gripes people have with this game is how long it takes to get to the real action. But it's a slow burner, just like the movies. You should go into this game in the same headspace as watching one of the Alien movies. Really immerse yourself in the environment and enjoy the fear that comes with it. The game is set 15 years after the original 1979 film, and it follows Amanda Ripley. Amanda investigates the disappearance of her mother, Ellen Ripley, who is the original protagonist of the first movie. Aboard the space station Sevastopol, which is in disarray due to years of corporate negligence and the threat of a rampant alien creature. If you haven't played this game and are a fan of the Alien movies, I would 100% recommend it. If you love this game like me, you will be overjoyed to hear that they are actually working on a sequel. Outlast is a game I've never even finished because it's too anxiety-inducing. I could totally finish it with enough determination, but it's almost funny that I find it so terrifying. With similar mechanics to Alien Isolation, it is a game focused on immersion and pure anxiety-inducing situations. Both games share a similar focus on hiding mechanics to escape enemies, but I feel Outlast is one level above Alien Isolation with its reliance on hiding as a mechanic. In Alien Isolation, you can realistically fight back against the alien, but in Outlast, you have no means to fight back against your assailants. Normally, you have the option of fight or flight, but in Outlast, you don't get an option. It is purely just flight. Outlast revolves around freelance investigative journalist Miles Upshur, who decides to investigate Mount Massive Asylum, a remote psychiatric hospital located deep in the mountains of Lake County, Colorado. This ends up being a huge mistake on Miles' part. I think the game's footage shows why. If you enjoy shitting your pants and being treated like a
Little pig.
I would definitely recommend giving this game a shot. Silent Hill 2 is one of the best psychological horror games of all time. It is a game I hold near and dear to my heart. I play this game religiously. Unlike the last two games I talked about, this one gives you a gun to fight your enemies. Now, I personally prefer the original release on the PlayStation 2, but the remake released last year is pretty good in its own right. The game has some of the best sound design in the industry, and don't even get me started on the enemies. The real bread and butter of Silent Hill 2 is the story, and more specifically, the characters' stories. Each character has their own reason for being in the town. Now, I don't want to spoil anything, so I won't go any further. In Silent Hill 2, you play as James Sunderland, a widower who journeys to the town of Silent Hill after receiving a letter from his dead wife. If you haven't experienced the horrors of Silent Hill and you call yourself a horror fan, what are you doing? I would recommend this game to anyone who can appreciate a horror game in any way. Please play it. Creepypasta. Oh, creepypasta. Don't get me started on creepypasta. Creepypasta is what has kept me up at night since I was 8 years old. Creepypasta has been an obsession that has followed me through my entire life. Whether it's the Slender Man, Jeff the Killer, Smile Dog, or even Sad Squidward, each story holds its own place in my mind, and each story has scared me half to death at one point in time. It's to the point that I listen to creepypasta to lull myself to sleep. I may or may not have a bit of a problem. Anyways, creepypasta are horror-related legends or stories that circulate on the internet, often in a brief user-generated format, with the intent to scare, frighten, or unsettle the reader. They are considered a form of online horror and are typically copied and pasted, hence the name creepypasta, copypasta, blah blah blah, around different platforms. Some of my favorite creepypastas that I can recommend are The Showers, Baraska, Tales from the Gas Station, Pen Pal, My Property Isn't Normal, and I can keep going, but I think that is enough to last at least 24 hours. Well, probably more. As a musician myself, I have grown to appreciate the many genres of music that incorporate horror into their sounds. A lot of the time when I'm trying to fall asleep, I find myself listening to horror movie soundtracks and ambient dronescapes, and even horror game soundtracks. One of the sounds I have become obsessed with is this album called Melancholia. It's an album by William Basinski. It has an otherworldly sound to it. It quickly became my favorite album to fall asleep to. I'm honestly not sure if you can call it scary, but I'm including it anyway because it's my video and fuck you. Anyways, you should give it a listen. Here's a preview of a song or two. Hello everyone, thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate it. If you made it to the end of the video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you liked the video, tell me what you liked about it in the comments. If you didn't like the video, tell me what you didn't like about it and maybe I can fix it. Let me know what you guys would like to see me do next. I'm always open to ideas and I love hearing feedback from you guys, so yeah. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.